I don't know how many times I have to say it, but peer pressure won't get anybody to get this vaccine. I get that there's a bunch of ads going around saying, hey, you get the shot and you get this free thing. Hey, you'll get your life back if you get the shot. Hey, you can go on all these vacations. Hey, you can go see your family if you get the shot, even though people have been seeing their families for the past 5 months. And so that really isn't a relevant point to make anymore. But there's this weird group of people, and I don't know if I talked about it in that last video I talked about the vaccine, that will literally sit there and not be friends with someone anymore over a shot. And it's weird to me how low people value friendship if that's the bar you have to draw the line. It is weird how individuals will be friends forever with somebody, but because they didn't jump from the same cliff as you, they're automatically disassociated with, and we should never speak to them again. And if you're a part of the friend group, you shun that one person because they didn't get the COVID shot. And it's weird how people think like that, but it brings me to today's video and today's article, why I'm disinviting my unvaccinated friends from my dinner parties. At the weekend, I attended a lovely outdoor gathering. There we were, a gaggle of middle-aged women enjoying the heat wave, laughing about how to shift our Corona Stone weight gain, and sipping cocktails in an enchanting pub garden. Soon, as is now customary, we were swapping our vaccination stories, apart from one friend, that is, who kept very quiet because she has decided to not have the jab. When it was her turn to reveal if she was a Astra or a Pfizer, she said neither actually. When she caught our inclusive expressions, she explained that she was against putting stuff in her body and would take her chances with herd immunity. The rest of us fell awkwardly silent and then changed the subject, but later I found myself fuming. I feel increasingly angry at those who refuse to be vaxxed amid a surge in cases of the Indian variant, which is now makes up 3/4 of cases in the UK, and following the discovery of a new mutation in Vietnam, currently on our amber list. One fact that can't be disputed is that so far the vaccines are playing a major role in preventing serious disease, even in its mutated forms. A recent round of figures from Public Health England (PHE) showed that just 2 people have passed away with the Indian variant of the Covivi, stolen from Gothics, after receiving both jabs. Getting the shot is literally helping us stay alive, which is why I nearly punched the air in agreement with Countdown presenter Nick Hewer and Good Morning Britain host Adele Ray admitted on the ITV morning show this week that they would ditch friends who had decided not to have the COVID vaccine. Well said. I too am no longer seeing those friends who refuse to get jabbed, and you wanted to find yourself punching the air because one woman said, yeah, I don't really want to put stuff in me and I'll just take the risk. What's the problem? Why are you so pissy about that? Why are people going to sit there and act as if one person doing something different from the herd is a bad thing? It's literally not doing anything. I am still undecided on what I'm going to do. And if anybody watching this knows me personally, you're mad that I'm not doing the same thing you're doing. Guess what? Fuck you, because I am somebody who wants to wait and have all my information. I'm not interested in all these theories about third penises, third legs, 3 arms, all these different things. I'm interested in actually getting the facts. And because now recently some emails have kind of put a lot of things in perspective, I'm even more hesitant to get this damn thing. But it's not anyone going to influence me. It's going to come down to my own decision. And if you're somebody that's mad that I've made my own decision with my life and my body and what I choose to do with it, guess what? You can get on all fours and suck it where my cheeks meet because you don't control what I do. One great mate from university who self-medicates her anxiety with copious amounts of Cardone made me laugh when she revealed she refused to put the nasties in her body. She and I are on the same page with most other things, yet COVID has cleaved a wedge between us. I have not returned her calls since. You are that petty because somebody who you're friends with, which you even admit you agree with a lot of things on, has ultimately decided to disagree with you on one thing, so you're not returning this person's calls? What if it's an emergency and you're the last line of defense when it comes to a phone call? Yes, you have family, you have the closer friends, but if you're the last line of defense, why are you not picking up the phone? Maybe it's important. Maybe she has something to give you. Maybe she has something that you need. Maybe you have something that she needs and she needs that shit back. Why are you being so petty, my dear mademoiselle? Another friend who calls herself a healer but won't have the vaccine. I've done the research, she insists, by which which she means she has a few bogus pseudoscientist articles online, was offended when a mutual friend edged away from her at a small dinner party last month. I know another friend whose cousin in her 50s, very into natural health, watches all the documentaries on Netflix and takes health advice from Goop seriously, has fallen out with most of her family over their sensible decision to have the jab. When I told her I had the first one, she said, "Oh wow, so you're part of the government's experiment then, I'm sorry. I take it you're okay with that?" And I just breezily replied, "Yep," and changed the subject. And I will say this, if you're somebody that's hesitant to get the jab, or if you're downright denying it, don't walk up to somebody else and say, "Hey, I guess you're a part of the government's test, aren't you?" You're not helping the situation either. You're actively doing the same thing people who have gotten it are doing, being a dick. And I would recommend you stop doing that, because it's not helping the people like me who actually want to come to a definitive decision on this. You're a dick, they're a dick. How about you all stop being dicks and let me, a sensible human being who always is fashionably stylish, always make the right call for themselves. She wants to meet up over the summer with all our children, but I feel a bit weird because I know the conversation will turn to vaccinations and I don't have the energy to argue. Never negotiate with terrorists is something my mom always used to say when it came to arguing with morons. So we're equating people who don't want to get vaccine to morons, but also in the same vein, we're linking them with terrorists. Cool. But vaccine dodging idiocy comes in all shapes and ages. Another friend has a 25-year-old personal trainer who runs exercise classes for local mums, because of course in the UK they say mums and not moms, but he's not having the jab. His logic is that he's young and healthy and doesn't want to be a part of what he calls a live trial. But one of his clients had breast cancer last year. Another has a parent who is shielding with heart condition. We all feel a bit weird about the fact that he won't get vaccinated, she told me, but we're not sure whether it's okay to tell him so. And honestly, it's not. It's his business. It's his life. You don't want people walking up to you and talking about your health issues. You don't walk up to someone else and talk about theirs. It's easy just to sit there, shut up, and just take the lessons of a personal trainer because you're there for a different reason. You're not there because of COVID, eh, big boy? Social necessities be damned, I say. During the Good Morning Britain debate this week, 22-year-old commentator Dominique Samuels had the cheek to suggest that crossing anti-jab guests off our party list was middle-class snobbery. I could have choked on my Waterworks croissant. What is a Waterworks croissant? That is probably something delicious. I need to get that. This is not about keeping up appearance. Some I don't know this word, bucket-style horror over badly foiled napkins. It is about ensuring that the virus doesn't spread and we don't end up on a ventilator gasping our last breath. To the tedious naysayers who feel obligated to post their conspiracy theories in reply to social media posts by people rejoicing that they have had the vaccine, I have developed a kind of immunity. Tired of their conversation, I simply unfriend them. Sometimes I wonder if I'm overcritical, but while I'm oblivious on mandatory vaccine passports, which is the government has now ruled out, I feel taking the jab is a social responsibility. Why should those of us who are doing our bit for the pandemic accept be put at risk by vaccine free riders? This is a collective fight against a deadly virus that is mutating faster than you could say, "Pass me the hand sanitizer." If we are continuing unlocking, vaccinating us, all is both a civic duty and a social necessity, which is why when I next throw a dinner party, if you've not been jabbed, you're not coming in. And quite frankly, I don't want to come to your party because I don't want to feel like I have to do something in order to feel accepted. And the thing about some of these so-called conspiracy theories, apparently as of the past few days and weeks, some of those things have actually come quite true, but I'm not going to talk about those things here because I like having my YouTube channel and I don't want to be striked for misinformation. So I'm going to leave that where it is. But to keep it back to the main point, if you're somebody who's so insecure insecure with your own life and actually wanted to shun people because they didn't do the same thing you do, cool, live your life how you want to live it. However, don't get mad when people who haven't gotten vaccine do the same thing to you, because I've seen some stores do the same thing that other stores do when it comes to vaccinations. If you've been vaccinated, hey, you go over there. If you haven't been vaccinated, oh, come on in. And it's this weird thing that people are doing, and it all makes no sense. The world's gone mad. We're all lunatics, and we're all gonna die and be remembered in the history books as a bunch of lunatics who had pieces of cloth on our faces. Subscribe to the channel, have a barbecue with your best friends, tell them that you love them, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.